Africa.
Welcome once again to our YouTube channel, Let's Chat Africa, with me, Olivia from Uganda, the Pearl of Africa, and
Maggie from Kenya, the Pride of Africa.
Yes, we are here once again to say thank you so much for subscribing, for watching, for sharing, for liking us. Let's Chat Africa. Thank you for making us proud. Thank you for loving Africa, and thank you for loving yourself. Because when you love yourself, when you love your country, you love Africa, you love yourself. So once again, we are on here with a very hot topic, and that is upbringing of children here in America versus home in Africa. Yeah, and we'll start by telling you about how children are raised back home, what we've learned from how children were raised back home, and how things work here for children in this country.
Yeah, and another thing is like, as she said, is America versus Africa. But mostly, like myself, I'll talk about Kenya because that's what I know, what we do. I cannot talk about maybe Tanzania or South Africa. Maybe there's some things which are a little bit different. So
yeah, they are literally there are a few things that are different. But it all comes to us that we are Africans. And mostly how kids are raised in Africa versus raised here is not so different in African countries.
Yes.
Talk about how when you give birth to the child back home. I think it's the common norm here and there. You get pregnant, you give birth. Then the point comes in when you need to have support for someone to take care of your child.
Yes.
When you need to go back to work.
Exactly.
That is where we can start from.
Yeah.
What happens?
Back home, what I've seen and what I know, once you give birth, you're being given like 3 months, they call maternity leave. And then plus 1 month of your leave, so those are 4 months.
That's if you never took that 1 month before you gave birth.
So, and it's all paid, guys. In Kenya, all those 4 months are paid. So
same as Uganda.
You stay home with the baby after 4 months, so you have to go back to work. And then before that, maybe when the baby is 2 months, you have to start weaning the baby to see what he or she can eat, because the breast milk won't be enough for the whole day, because we don't go with babies to work. So, and you have to look for someone you trust, like a maid, a house girl, and to stay with your baby, because you cannot leave the baby alone.
Yeah.
So that's
back home. The advantage of raising children back home is, number one, you can easily access help. You can easily access help, like your family members can come up and offer help, or you can hire a nanny or a babysitter, a maid, a house manager, any kind of name that you want to call the people that help us home in Africa. But here it's very, very different. That's why we are saying raising children back home in Africa versus here in America. In America, nannies are very, very expensive. Or daycares are also very, very expensive. So it is a bonus back home once you have a child, once you have a baby. There are also some issues there and there, but the advantages are more compared to raising a child here in America. Here in America, the child becomes so very, very expensive when it comes to where to leave your child and whom to leave your child with, which is not the same as back home. Back home, we have our social networks that can really help us. And also talking about the environment, what kind of environment do you want your child to grow in or to grow from? The surroundings around you, back home and even this country. Okay, we are still on the environment, Maggie. We explained about the environment. We talked about ghetto things and places that are not nice for children.
Like slums. I think it matters.
So does it mean, can we say you choose where you want your baby to be born and raised?
Born for me doesn't matter.
Depending on your status.
You can give birth anywhere, but choose where to raise your kids.
Especially depending on, choose where to raise your children well, and
those are the
people around you, because these are the future people, the presidents, the generation. You need to raise them in a good environment. But we are not saying if you cannot afford the place, move to another place. No. Depending on where you've chosen to give birth and your status.
Yes.
That is very, very important.
And where you can afford to raise. It might be a slum or a ghetto, but you find they are very nice people. They go to school, they're educated, they have good jobs.
And even here, even in this country, people choose places where they want to live. They are not all states, not all counties, not all towns people want to live there with their children. So they live, they choose, I want to go to this town. I want to move to this place because I want my child to access good schools.
Maybe better schools.
Schools, better this and that. And then sometimes that jobs, if some towns don't have enough jobs, something like that. And then another thing about schools. Back home, you can take your child to any school.
Yes.
Around. But here, you choose a school according to the location.
The location, exactly.
Yeah, you choose a school according to location. You're not believing in this place, and you choose a school that is in the next town because you like the school.
It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, and I think the reason why they do that, it also helps because they try to make schools at the same level.
I think so, yeah.
But back home, you find that you're living here, and your child is going like 20 miles.
Yeah, even 50 miles.
Attending school 20 miles because you're looking for a better school. And that comes back to us, our countries, our leaders, and all the people that are involved. You can choose to make schools better in all areas around so that children should not walk like miles to go for schools. Yeah, then another thing about maybe the community, when children are growing up in Africa, like the community is involved.
Like especially in the village, mostly in the village.
Yeah, the rural areas.
It's like here they call maybe up country.
Yeah,
it's like
the child is
community.
Is for everyone.
Yeah, you cannot say that this is my child. It's like we raise it together. But in the cities now it's like this is my child. I want to raise my child the way I want. It's not like everybody.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's not that what can I say? I can see maybe something happened, I'll go and tell the parent, but not like in the village. You will sit down and talk to that child like, I'm not your mom, but I'm your elder, and then they listen.
Yeah, but then going back to children, when children back home recently these days, because so many things are changing and people copy a lot. Back home, they are also good at borrowing. I'll not say we are copycats, so we do, but we borrow ideas. When we see good things, we borrow them. Like back home these days, children are also fond of being in fenced houses. Yeah.
Gated communities.
Yeah, gated communities, not like those days where children would be known, the neighbor knows the child, this one. Yeah, you find that they're in those gated communities and they don't know much about their communities. Yeah, you'll find that most of their friends are in their schools. Yeah, but not environment where they are living. And it's almost same as here. Children are always indoors. It's very rare to find a neighborhood child talking to a neighborhood child, unless otherwise. So things have changed back home also. Yeah, you find that there is what we call the higher end people who are living in those posh areas, and those children will always meet their friends also in
the same class,
in movies, game parks. Back home we even have those kind of things where children go for games.
Exactly.
Which wasn't so. Those days when we were growing up, games were like community. You come out and play together, run together, hide together, things like that.
But the middle class still, I think, where we don't have those gated houses, kids still can go out, play together, play football.
But still, they still go out, but still you'll find that even their class of mingling, like talking together and all that, is also another class compared to the lower class again.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that means back home we also have classes. We have the middle class, the higher end, and then the
lower one. Yeah, so
it all depends on where you are, where you choose to live, the class you in. Sometimes you don't choose class. Sometimes sometimes class and status choose us or choose you. Yeah, some people are not in that lower end because they want to be there. That's the thing.
Yeah, and then
so
you live according to your sizes,
but
they say,
your means.
Your
wear
means.
The shoes that can fit you.
Exactly.
But most importantly, we're just reminding you that back home we are privileged to have parents, relatives, sisters, and so many people that can help you when you're raising a child.
Yes.
Which is not so much here. Here you can find that even your mom is available, but you have to pay her to help you with your child. Yes.
Yeah.
I have so many friends I've been talking to, and like, oh, my mom, my child stays with my grandma. I'm like, wow, you lucky. She said, I'm paying my grandma. I'm like, okay, welcome to America.
Yeah. But like back home, if an example, let's say it's me, I have a baby, I call my mom.
Yes.
I don't pay her. She can say 6 months.
Yes.
She can go and then comes as she wishes. I don't pay her.
And that takes us back to networking, the social network that we have back home, the social thing that we have. We have to be proud of it, by the way, back home in Africa. You people should be proud of who we are in terms of socialization. You can network, you can go weekend. Maggie, can I come to your place? You're already there. Can I bring my baby to you? I'm leaving.
Yes.
But here you have to plan.
I
used
used
to call
to
Maggie
I used
to
to
take
have
your
my
baby.
friends. They know Saturday and Sunday I'm not working. They come, they say, "Oh, I was thinking to leave you with my baby. I need to go somewhere."
Yes.
And then I say, "Yes, you know." And then she doesn't need to pay me. I stay with the baby. They go do their errands.
And
Then they come
another thing back home, I don't know if it is happening in other African countries. People, you can go to the comment section and let me know. Back home these days, we have boarding sections even for toddlers. Those are kindergarten cares. Yeah, parents are putting those kids in boarding sections because they are so busy. They are career
busy.
women.
From grade 1,
Yes.
you think.
You're talking about grade 1. We are talking about kindergarten. They are putting them in those sections. I don't know about you.
Other countries, we don't know. But
I don't know if Kenya, are they doing it?
For home, what I know is like from, we call class 1. Here I think is grade 1.
Yeah.
You can take them to boarding school. Let's say you're a single mom, maybe you're so busy, and you're like, I think my child will best go to boarding school. That way he or she will be better than while I'm here with him or alone.
That was it back home also, class 1, but lately even daycare or kindergarten, because back home kindergarten is like that. I think it's the same as here, kindergarten.
Like nursery school, maybe?
Nursery school is nursery school, and daycare. Daycare is where you just take your baby to be kept until you come and pick the baby. Then we have kindergarten. But these days, even kindergarten, they take them to boarding section. Then they pick them up on weekends.
On weekends.
Yeah.
So the whole week in Kenya, so far, by the time I was there, it wasn't there. The only thing I know is from class 1.
Things have changed a lot because of, is it civilization, or is it because of too much work, or because of search for money? And I don't know. How many things have changed?
Everybody has bills to pay, so it's like you don't want to take your child, a small child, to a daycare, boarding daycare. It's because the situations makes you to. It's not like they're bad parents. Everybody's they're doing the best for their kids.
But if you can, at the same time, this is just an advice to parents. If you can and you have some time, for the child of daycare, a child who is still a toddler, she still needs the mother's love. She needs to still be with you. So if you have some extra time, keep your child, be with your child, watch your child. Even when you have a care manager, call it is it house manager? You know, you have so many names these days.
So many names.
House manager, care manager, home helper, whatever you call it. Be there, get involved in your children's life. And most importantly, the environment where your child is raised from is very important. The kids, the schools also they attend to. Back home is very important. Here, we will not say the schools are very important, because in the setting is in a way that it favors almost everyone.
Every kid,
because you're almost getting the same education, same facilities, which is not the same as home. So as we in our countries, in African countries, if you can access good education, thank to God, you're lucky. If you can access care manager, if you can work at the same time, take care of your child, it's also a blessing in this, guys. So we are thank you so much. This is it for today. If you have a comment, if you have something you want us to talk about, if there's something we didn't say right,
you can correct us
and
forgive us.
Comment. Don't forget you've been watching Let's Chat Africa with me, Livy from Uganda, and
Maggie from Kenya.
Yes, we love you. We are proud of you. Thank you for subscribing. Our subscribers, you are the best. We love you. We adore you. Thank you for loving Africa. We are saying, and anything you do, wherever you are, which country you're coming from, don't forget who you are
and where you come from.
Remember, love yourself. It is the greatest love that you can ever give yourself. And by doing so, you have to love where you're coming from.
Exactly.
You have to have your roots. That is when you'll be proud. Your children will be proud of you, and everyone will be proud of you. We love you. Thank you for watching. See you in our next video. Bye bye.